Hi, I'm Rich Munson from the Saiten Sokaru. In this video, I'll be introducing the Kuikke Bouei Sandan Kata. This is the third kata in the Kuikke Bouei series, and it uses the destructive aspects of the ETD model. As a result, the techniques in this form are actually quite brutal. So we would not encourage you to try to use these techniques against somebody unless it was a really dire situation where there was threat of injury to yourself or somebody else nearby. I'll do the form a couple times. The very first time I'll go through it with a lot of detail and discussion about the bunkai and the movements and where the attacks are coming from. And then in the second version, I'll go through it with a little bit more fluidity at a more moderate pace so that you get an idea how the whole form may flow. I won't do it fast, but I'll do it at a consistent, moderate pace. So here's the very first performance of Kuikke Bouei Sandan. As usual, we begin with the opening salutation. This first attack is a lunge punch. There are several lunge punches in this form that we deal with, and this is the first one we encounter. This technique is called chips in the night. So I'm basically going to try to pass this person as they're coming in. I'm going to pass their right side with my right side, and we'll do that by stepping to avoid the attack and then get behind them. I'm going to do that by stepping to angle 5 and then angle 1, and then angle 1. Now I step behind to angle 4, strike with Ore Kenzuki, and then Tate Kenzuki. First strike is probably going to face temple, depending on how they're oriented, whether they're turning as I moved or whether they stayed in their original position or not. And then the second one is going to the ribs, the kidneys, somewhere in the lower torso area, depending on what would make a convenient target. Feet come together facing angle 4. So now we're doing a technique called vapor. And what's happening is they're again coming in with a lunge punch, but I'm going to allow them to occupy my current space. They're coming with enough energy that they'll come forward and they'll basically wind up where I'm currently positioned. So I'm just going to let them have that space and move to the side. Now, since they're there, I'll kick them. I'll step to angle 8, Ore Kenzuki, and a punch as I rotate, Ore Kenzuki, and then follow that up with Megan. Now I'm dealing with a chokehold from behind. Somebody's choking my neck or grabbing my neck from behind. So the first thing I'm going to do is protect my kidney so they don't pull me back and drive the knee up into a kidney. Then I'm going to step with my left leg to angle 3 as I drop and let my torso position relative to the floor, horizontal to the floor. So I'm going to come down here and strike with a chop back into that person's groin area. Then I rotate, strike with a sword hand to the groin, strike to the midsection, strike to the face or upper torso. My feet come together. Next technique is long rail. Somebody's grabbing me with the right hand, and the right hand is grabbing my right shoulder. I'm going to reach up and lock that in place. I'm going to step to angle 7, raise my arm, and drive it down the back of their elbow. I'm going to discard that, grab their face, putting my hand on the right side of their face. I'm going to take my right elbow and drive it into their head. Let the arm come down under this arm, under my left arm, then a reverse direction and strike with the opposite side of the elbow. That pushes them back some. I take my hand and flare it out, Tetsui Uchi to the head, Tetsui Uchi from the opposite side, and then Tate Tetsui Uchi down the middle. The next attack is a two-handed grab. The technique is parallel to universe. So I'm going to take my fingers and orient them so that just the tip of my index finger is sticking out and it's being supported by the other fingers. Then I take the backs of my hand and put them together so that now those two index fingers are just conveniently eye width apart. So I'm going to use my forearms to check and block off their incoming grab as I strike to the eye and shuffle forward. My left hand now checks their right arm. My right arm goes outside of their left arm, begins to circle down and in, and I rotate into a hard bow and try to break their arm. Feet come together. I'm going to try to work on their knee, so I'm going to strike with yokoku coming in back to their knee. Then a cross cut around. Next technique is moving target. I've got Migi Megeri coming in. So I'm basically going to, again, vacate this space. And then I'm going to try to get my leg under their leg as it's suspended in the air. So I'm coming here and I'm going to step back under that kicking leg. So now when the leg tries to retract, it's going to hit my leg and cause them to have some imbalance. I'm going to push on their hip with my left hand, check their right hand with my right hand, and hopefully those two motions cause them to kind of twist in this direction. Then I'm going to take my bicep and push it into their face, causing them to begin to fall back. I'm going to step slightly to the side, strike down to aid their fall. Then I'm going to come forward with a scoop kick. The first kick is kind of kicking up into the ribs as they're laying on the floor. I'm going to stomp down into the midsection or rib somewhere. Cross cover over. Now we're dealing with a technique called crack the bell. This is the first of two weapon strikes. So a person's coming in with a club or a stick and a kind of a circular attack. So I'm going to step inside of that attack and try to get where I'm dealing with their arm rather than the weapon out here. I'm going to position my fist together so that positions my two elbows. The first elbow is going to try to trap their incoming arm. The second one's going to go to the face. So as I step to angle 7 here, this arm is going to try to trap their weapon arm. This second strike is going to their head. I allow my left arm to now circle down, and I rotate into Zenkutsudachi. Again, try to work on that arm. Now I'll do a Tetsui Uchi. Grab their head, pull in slightly, strike with the knee, step back down, back grab that weapon, and strike it down in front of me. Next technique is a similar strike. So I'm going to step again inside of that strike. I'm going to use a mantis hand to hook their elbow with the left hand, pulling it into my side. And then the right mantis hand is going to strike to the eyes. So again, I'm stepping inside, hooking their arm, bringing it in, and then I'm going to rotate into Sanchundachi as I strike to the eyes. Now I rotate back into Sanchundachi, striking with Tetsui Uchi. And now from here, I'm going to rotate into Zenkutsudachi and punch to angle 3. Feet come together, our last technique. A single grab from the front on my right shoulder, their right arm grabbing my right shoulder, my left shoulder. I hook their arm and try to lock it in place. And then I'm going to shift over so I'm facing angle 1. That will draw their head down and inside. And to further accelerate that forward motion, I'm going to step back and throw the arm down and away. So hopefully I get some inertia out of that and they drop down. Tetsui Uchi then to the back of their shoulders or their head. Both hands grab their head, pull them in, strike with the knee, feet come together, and that completes the form. The Kuikke Bouei forms are based on techniques. In Jinsoku-ryu, we don't place a great emphasis on techniques because we think they have a great many limitations. However, they do offer some benefits, including the development of some unique motor skills, the development of some patterns of movements that you may find beneficial, and some unique insights and skills that you may not acquire in any other way. So this kata series is a nod to the unique benefits offered by techniques. Finally, remember that these videos serve as an aid to help you follow and understand the written procedure for each form. The written procedure is the standard. Where there is any difference between a video and the written procedure takes precedence. As with the prior two Kuikke Bouei forms, try to eliminate most akadachi and any other unnecessary movements that you can find in the forms. Then strive to perform each technique with practiced speed and precision. I hope this entire series has offered you some unique skills and insights that will prove beneficial in your studies. Enjoy these forms, and thank you very much for watching.